Nothing screams mid-handicap golfer like a good hybrid. But which one's best? Let's do it.
Let's do it now. I like that.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here, and this is Mark Spriggs, my mid-handicap tester. Today we are testing, trying to get them all up at once there, 3 of the best hybrids on the market for 2019. Mark, what do we have?
We have the M6 with a twist face and stuff, I'm sure. The Callaway Apex, looks very nice.
Callaway Apex with the jailbreak technology in the face.
Okay, and we have the new Ping G410.
With what is it?
With turbulators. And something. Oh,
we can't decide what this says.
Maraging steel.
I think it's basically a hot steel face, so it's designed for ball speed. All these clubs are designed for ball speed. They'll have a little secret, a little trick in there that is designed to up ball speed. Obviously the M6 being the odd one out, that has the twist face as well, so it's maybe designed to help you hit more fairways, Mark. Are you excited for this?
I'm excited, yes, to see what these look like, how they go. They're all very different. The G410 seems to have quite a wide head.
Yeah, almost, you almost thought that was like a 7 wood, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, it definitely looks much more like a wood kind of club. Yeah, 7 wood, maybe even a 5 wood in some cases, sort of thing. So it looks quite large. The turbulators on the top, well, if they're there to help the swing, then great. But they look quite big on such a relatively small head, and are they strictly necessary on such a small head?
That's the thing, isn't it?
No idea.
Obviously, with the G410 hybrid, we don't have a movable weight. With the G410 drive, we have the movable weight. With the hybrid, it is stuck where it is.
Yeah. Okay. But the Ping is adjustable.
So that's 1-0 already.
On the shaft.
The other 2 aren't adjustable, are they?
No,
we have all these at 19 degrees, the Callaway's at 20, but for the sake of the degree.
The M6, very much like the driver, same sort of head on it. Yeah. Matte finish black, silver front to it with a red stripe.
But one thing I didn't particularly like about the M6 was how they've tried to make it look a little bit like the carbon effect with the driver, but then they've done it a little bit cheaply, and it's kind of just black paint.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I don't particularly like the look of that. When you're down at the ball, when it's down at the ball, you can't particularly see it, but for me it just looks a tiny bit cheaper maybe than the drivers.
Fair enough, yeah, I didn't particularly notice that.
Yeah, obviously twist face as well, you can see the twist face now on these, whereas on the drivers you can't visibly see it. Again, down at the ball, can't see it.
No, certainly, okay.
And then we have
the last one, the Callaway Apex.
Now I'm gaming this. This is mine.
Right. Okay.
It's got Dubai mud on because I don't clean my clubs very well. That toe mark there is the toe mark that, it sort of lost me the match. Well, it stopped me winning the match at Jamaica on the Earth course. If you want to see that video, I'll link it. Nearly got you in. I'll link it up here. But yeah, so it's. I'm really enjoying this one. Just so you all know.
Yeah. Well, this one obviously looks. It's a much thinner club than the other 2. Yeah. If you can see that.
Would you say it looks almost more like a player's hybrid? If that's the thing.
I guess so.
So this is the Apex is designed to look more like an iron face, so a lot squarer.
Right. Okay.
Whereas the other 2 are quite kind of rounded and twisty-facey.
I mean, from my perspective, being a little bit older than you are, James, this looks much closer to the utilities when they first came out.
Yes.
It's that sort of just more like a sausage heavier iron, if you like. Yeah. Very, very dark though. I mean, with the shaft, with this sort of grey graphite dark shaft going straight down to a very black head, it almost looks the same colour. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, it could well look a little bit like Darth Vader.
So you got it.
We'll have to let's see what happens when striking the ball.
So which one should we go with first?
Well, I've got one in my hand here, so I'll hand you those 2.
Let's go. Callaway Apex Hybrid first. What are you looking for out of a hybrid, Mark?
I'm looking for a club that obviously that A, can get me out of trouble. One that gives me some distance, but it's that control thing again. Confident. I know what distance I'm going to be hitting it on, and it'll go on the sort of line that I'm trying to hit it on more frequently. Yeah. So a good consistent club.
Yeah.
I mean, so as you say, these are set up at 19 degree, which is currently what the utility that I have in my bag is set up as 19 degree as well. So distance is about 200 yards.
Yeah. Thoughts on those?
Well, we've got a sock, we've got a boxing glove.
We have a sock, ladies and gentlemen.
One on Callaway, but we do seem to have some sort of a starving blackbird.
Why do you think the Callaway's made it in my bag?
Because it's not a boxing glove.
Absolutely, yeah.
And sort of interestingly, on this club, even though the demarcation between the face and the crown is hard to see, I'm not feeling unconfident.
So I think that's because it's straight faced.
Yeah, possibly is, isn't it? Now, I didn't like that swing at all, but I've still got 210. Well, it feels really nice to swing. It's got a good weight to it. Solidly through the ball.
Seems to sound very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say seems to. I've used this club loads of times. I know it sounds nice.
And that was very matty.
Okay, Mark. So that's 7 with the Callaway Apex. Let's now take a look at the Ping G410.
G410.
Brand new out. It's only been out a couple of days, so.
Yeah. I like that.
Definitely sounds a lot different, doesn't it?
It sounds different.
First thing to look at with this is the adjustability. That, for me, it almost sits it in a bracket a tiny bit above, because for guys who are gaming hybrids, I think adjustability in drivers is a funny one, because once it's set and it's fitted. But I think hybrids are something different. In summer and winter, you're maybe going to change those to
change a loft a little bit, yeah.
Exactly, more run, less run, higher launch, all the rest. So,
exactly.
We'll have it on standard, so 3 iron at 19 degrees.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Looks nice. I mean, looking down at it, the paintwork on the shaft obviously helps. Like the...
Are you a fan of the paintwork on the shaft? I almost think it cheapens it a little bit. I've always thought that with... You know when brands put their own paintwork on shafts?
Yeah.
For me that cheapens it a touch. Whereas if you go like just a random shaft, to me it almost is a little bit more premium. Personal opinion, but like this one as well. Like this one as well, M6. They've got their own kind of colour scheme on it, and to me it makes it look more of a whole item.
It doesn't worry me too much, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't. Can I hit the ball?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Is important to me. So we've got the a matte black head, matte black crown. You can see the face, which is also black, but because we've got the white lines on it, it picks the line of the face out, so it's easy to look down at.
Sounds high flight.
High flight?
That sounds strange.
Yeah, it sounds lightweight.
Yeah. Like it sounds as though the ball isn't spending very long on the face.
Yeah. That's out the bottom. Dispersion's looking good with this, apart from the one that I know.
Let's go one more with this, Mark, and then we'll have a look at the Taylormade M6 with the twisty face. That sound is strange, isn't it?
It is.
Would it put you off, or not really?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not particularly put me off. I mean, confident striking the ball with it. I'm just not sure. Doesn't seem to have gone very far, though, particularly.
Speed pocket, twist face.
M6.
Let's do it.
So this is the one club with the obvious stripe across the top.
Yes. Straight away that's further, isn't it?
Straight away that's further.
Yeah. Any big difference in sound and feel, Mark?
Not in feel, yes. It just feels a little bit heavier.
Okay.
In the head, which is certainly in a utility club like this for me. Anyway, that's better.
Yeah.
I like less weight in the irons because I don't like the mallet-like feel of an iron. But in a club like this,
this is almost a recovery wood, isn't it? So
yeah, I like a little bit more weight in it so I can play the shot. Sounds nice. I quite like the sound.
Even with that wasn't a great strike.
It wasn't a great strike, but look at it, it's gone straight down the fairway and it's 210 yards.
Yeah. What a swing to finish on!
And I kept the last one.
So Mark, just before we take a look at the numbers as a whole, what are your thoughts on the 3 hybrids that we've tested?
I like all of them.
Like all of them?
I like all of them.
Could you game all of them?
Absolutely, yeah. There's no issue with gaming all of them. I mean, they're obviously very good, pretty consistent.
What about the feel and the sound? So obviously we're going to take a look at the numbers, so that might kind of just say to you that one will fill a gap which you prefer.
Yeah, I mean, on the sort of sound basis, and the ping is in 3rd place.
So the ping's last.
I didn't particularly like the sound.
Done away with the ping.
The Callaway and the
Taylormade.
And
with the head cover, the ping's in 3rd place.
Yeah.
So
with the Callaway and the Taylormade, sound is good.
Yeah.
The feel, I think I have to say I probably preferred the Callaway.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Feel.
I'm using that. That's mine.
Whose hand possession? 9 tenths of the law. So the Callaway, I quite liked.
Let's take a look at the numbers and see which one prefers. So guys, before we take a look at the numbers, let's take a look at the dispersion. Taylormade M6, not fantastic. Remember, this is over kind of 200 odd yards, so it's not like he's hitting a pitching wedge here, but then we look at the ping G410, a lot better, minus that one kind of rogue shot that went left. And the dispersion on the Callaway Apex, interestingly, that's a lot lower. A lot lower, and the loft is higher by 1, because that's the way it's set. But again, dispersion a little bit all over the place. So let's start there with the Apex. Distances all around 210, 220, the odd couple at 226, that's massive. Average 214, ball speed 127.3 with a spin of 2,500, which isn't bad. It's a tiny bit low, but it's not too bad at all. Moving on to the Taylormade M6. Numbers not quite as impressive, apart from those last two. Look at that last shot there. Oof, 229. Average 213. That's a yard difference, Mark, is it?
Yeah.
1 yard. Ball speed 129.8. And a much higher spin actually of 3.4, which I think with a hybrid would be better suited because it's going to land a little bit softer. You're going to be a lot more in control of it. And the ping G410. Look at that for a first shot. Wow. Average distance 208, so you could kind of tell with the way Mark was speaking about it here that didn't particularly like the sound or the feel of it, and that shows in the numbers. Ball speed 131, that's higher, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a higher ball speed, which tells me that the spin must be way too high. And you can see there 4,100 with a hybrid isn't ideal. It isn't ideal, that is a little bit on the high side. So, after taking a look at those numbers, we know that Mark enjoyed the Callaway more. We know that you enjoyed the feel of it, the sound of it. I'm just going to quickly take that off you now, just quickly. And we would be clutching at straws a little bit to see which one performed best for him. Now, there was 1 yard in it, and the Callaway took it. However, spin rate wise, the M6, for me, if I was fitting Mark for these clubs, or if we were kind of up here looking at clubs for a YouTube video on mid-handicappers and hybrids.
Indeed.
Bit funny, wasn't it?
That's interesting. Should we try it?
Yeah. I think the M6 has to take it purely on the spin rate. I think this one, the Apex is a great club. I'm gaming it, as I've said many times in this video, and I'm very much enjoying it. However, I like to play a kind of low, boring punch shot. This, for me, is taking out the Taylormade GAPR low. Right. So that tells you what kind of club I'm personally looking for there. Yeah. I think for a mid-handicapper, and I'm probably speaking for you here, Mark, but a par 3 at 213? Par 3 at 213 yards, you don't want it going in like that.
No. Certainly not on our course.
Definitely not, no. So Mark, as a bit of a roundup, what do you have to say?
Well, as we kind of said, I like the Callaway, the Apex. Nice club, much smaller than the other two, head size. Struck the ball really nicely, felt confident hitting it. Distances were good. Like the Taylormade M6. Yep. Fairly standard for Taylormade, looking at their M6 range. Really nice, really good setup, pretty consistent.
You enjoyed the driver as well, didn't you?
I enjoyed the driver, yeah, really good. The Ping G410, little disappointed with the feel and the distances that we got. However, the dispersion was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. With this one. So whilst it may be in third place at this moment in time, I would certainly have a closer look at this, particularly out on the course. Yeah. So if we had to rank them first, second and third, which we're going to do, go ahead. First, Callaway, second M6, and third G410. Very good. Guys, in the studio. Exactly. We need to get us on the golf course, don't we? Guys, if there is another hybrid out there on the market, maybe a Titleist, maybe a Mizuno, maybe a Cobra, make sure you hit those comments below. Let us know what you want us to test. Obviously, we do hope that you take a lot from these videos. I mean, Mark, you really enjoy them, don't you? And we really enjoy them, getting information to you mid-handicap golfers, because you are the main demographic. You guys are the main demographic out there. This is what it's all about. It's all for you guys. So make sure you hit those comments below. Make sure you put the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And let us know what else you want to test. Apart from that. Send us messages. Let us know what you want. Let us know what you want. What you want. Happy to try it. See you soon. See ya.